pennies and I gave them to this special guy. When he had enough of them, he bought himself a cherry pie. He gave me $1, a blood-soaked dollar. I cannot get the spot out, but it's okay, it still works in the store. Greasy man, come and dig my well. Life without your water is a burning hell. Stuff me up with your homegrown ice. Anything make me shit nice. And a 2-pound chicken tastes better with friends. A 2-pound chicken tastes better with two. And I know where to find you. So listen to the words I say. Let it sink into your head. My birdie go round and round and round. Now I'm in your bed. How did I get ahead? Woo! Thread your fingers through my hair. Fingers through my hair. Give me a dress. Give me a press. I'll give a thing a caress. Would you listen to the words I say? Sound like a flower bouquet. I leave it go round and round and round and round. Okay, take a picture of it and let's all day. Thread your fingers through my hair. Do it till you just say, give me a head. Give me a head. I'm gonna say, no water in the water fountain. Flower bouquet. I leave it go round and round and round and round. Okay, take a picture of it and let's all day. And you say, what you do when you go nowhere. We're gonna get the water from your house, your house. Gonna get the water from your house, your house. Gonna get the water from your house, your house. Gonna get the water from your house, your house.
It wasn't right to start tonight. Dissect my lines, what I was thinking. There's nothing to get. It's only a script. It's only a trip. What you were thinking. I thought a soccer ball could have it all. It made me feel like I was 7 feet tall. Ain't no offense before you begin. Phoning in, what were you thinking? It was alright. I thought you were right. You're still 10, but I'm not thinking. I'm tired of doing it. I think I can keep going. I'll back you to the corner with extended metaphors. I hate talking about myself and hate to be yours. I'm out of jokes and out of love and out of score. I thought a soccer ball could have it all. It made me feel like I was 7 feet tall. I thought a baseball bat was where it was at. A revolutionary wave like that.
Look, for our own sake, we ought to settle down. Making mistakes without anyone's help. The ice too thin to hold. Don't give up, don't give
Welcome back to League of Aces. We're actually getting started right now, but today we have a pretty interesting match. I always say this, but this is actually going to be a huge map for both teams because Team Big is currently in 4th place. Oh, no, Team Big's actually in 3rd place. Yeah, they have 5 points, while Team KVZ is only 1 point behind with 4 points. This is absolutely huge for both teams because there is a pay cutoff between 4th place and 3rd place. So whoever gets 3rd place will get one of the rewards offered by the LoA leaderboard, while 4th place is going to be left with nothing. And both of these teams have 3 matches played. They both have 2 to 3 more matches until the season ends. But you can see this is going to be an absolutely huge match. Both of the teams being picked up as even right now. King TMB getting us started with a nice double kill. But you can see Icornius, the freelancer, he's going to actually get the hill up for discussion. And now he's just going to be using the tank weaver. It looks like he's just going to be using the powerhouse defending the main land. King TMB again trying to get more of those grenades onto that hill. But you can see Team Big already having initial contact. As it stands right now, we have a 4v4, but more players are going to be subbing in for these players. Main powerhouse is being Icornius, the A rank, and also Ruskio, currently the highest rank in the server. King TMB also A rank, but you can see he is one of the lowest ranks in the server. But I shouldn't get started with that because ranks do not really mean anything. You can see Team KVZ, they're going for their original tunnel strat. We've seen this many times from them. Mateo is trying to actually try and get some kills in that tunnel, but it's not working out. Team KVZ is going to have initial contact beneath the ground. Icornius misses his tank shot, so he's going to be going in with the tomahawk. Stick gets the first with the shotgun, and now you can see Team KVZ looking really good for a hill recapture. Team TMV, he actually misses his shot on Kiaru, but he's going to be starting influence on that hill. Billy was very impressive last time. I actually want to see if Billy's going to show up again. But it doesn't look like anytime soon because Team Big is actually holding that hill pretty well. You can see that hill is still in Blue's hands. The team is just holding it together. They're staying very compact. You can see all 4 members just staying near that hill, which is very effective. Team KVZ only getting a little bit of contact on the hill. Team KVZ, they definitely need to get something together. Team KVZ still fighting for that 3rd place spot. They're only 1 point behind, but this is actually so huge for them. If they get a win here, they'll get 3 points, and that'll actually put them towards 2nd place, going ahead of Shuffle 44. But again, we actually have a match tomorrow. Shuffle 44 going against reigning champion Superior to see who's going to be fighting for that 1st and 2nd place. Bruce Lee getting double dinged from afar. Just very unlucky for him. But Mateo returning the favor. But he does get sprayed down from afar. King TMV going off for Team KVZ. You can see he decides to dig himself a 2x2 hill. And he's going to be going towards... Oh, yeah, he's going to be going towards that hill. You can see him still spraying with that bar. Cornelius gets tagged, but it's not going to be enough for the kill. Team TMV still up in the surface, but he does get shotgunned by Kiaru. Cool Kid, he also gets tapped also, but he decides to retreat. He goes up to the surface again, but he gets surrounded by the Team Big members. Team Big on a roll right now. Oh, but 6 does get cleared out. According to the LoA server, Team KVZ is actually the favorites here. From what it looks like, Team KVZ is actually favored to win this match. The predictions say otherwise. Team Big is in favor, but who knows what's going on. This is a very even match. Both teams having very skilled players, and both teams playing to their best advantages. It's important to note that this is still the first map. This is only Frontlines King of the Hill. Next map, we actually have Antic Bridge A/D chosen by Team KVZ. So this is, in fact, Team Big's map pick. But Team KVZ, they actually recapture the hill. They catch Team Big lacking, and you can see Styx is going to be holding it as it stands right now. He throws both of his stick nades. He only does a little bit of damage on Mateo, but that double kill looking really nice for Team KVZ to hold that hill. As it stands right now, Team KVZ needs to capture around 3 minutes of time to catch up with Team Big. Team Big at 11 minutes and 36 seconds. I'm still unsure why it's a 4v4 at the moment. Looks like they're just going to be subbing out 4v4, even though they do have players on the bench. I'm still curious on what the... Oh, yeah, looks like they're going to be subbing one in right now. We're going to be going to a 5v5. But now, the team members, Team Big, they're just rushing in. They're throwing all of their utility, but nothing is really happening at the center. Corneas actually goes past the hill, and he's still using his tomahawk. He finds no one. King TMV does fall victim there, and Ruskia will be going back to a 5v5. As it stands right now, King TMV, the MVT for KVZ, is going to be up 16-6, while Mateo, the A rank on Team Big, is going to be up 12-8. Both teams holding very impressive numbers so far, and it's still looking very even. Mateo still left with a sliver of health. He gets a dink onto Styx. Styx is going to be holding that hill. He's just going to be camping near it, making sure no one gets near and gets any influence on that hill. Cool Kid getting a nice spray onto Kiaru. You can see he's going to be left reloading. The stick grenades go in, but they actually cover over Team Big. Kylo, he gets himself sprayed down. And now you can see Team Big, they're struggling to get any influence back on that hill. That hill looking like a crater. It's not been digged down yet. Very surprising, especially considering that Team KVZ usually likes to dig down the hill all the way down to the surface. That nade actually catches Kiaru off. Looks like Kiaru didn't even notice that nade go by. But now, from this overhead view, you can see the green team is just going to be holding in front of that hill. Kylo gets around it, and now Kiaru, again, tries to rush. Same thing with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee also gets double dinked. Team KVZ holding hill perfectly, and it looks like they're going to catch up. They're only a minute away from Team Big. Oh, but now you can see Team KVZ are falling like flies. Ruskia the only one directly on that hill, and he will fall victim to the spray of Kylo, but Styx from behind. He gets the first with the Screaming Eagle. He gets the second with the Screaming Eagle. Styx goes golden for Team KVZ, and Team KVZ will hold on to that hill. And at this rate, they're going to be capturing all the way to Team Big's time. Kiaru gets double dinked. Looks like Corneas is out in the open. He definitely needs to get his structures up. You can see he's just out in the open. He's most likely going to fall victim there. And now, as we continue on, Kylo, he tries to go under the tunnel, but Styx again, using the tunnel to his advantage and getting a double kill using that Screaming Eagle shotgun. The shotgun being a popular choice from Styx. In the past 3 scrimmages, we actually seen Styx using shotguns and actually getting better with it. Styx is getting really good with his shotgun. You can see he's just got a double kill right there. I'm actually surprised on how good Styx is getting with his shotgun. And as we continue, the YouTuber will keep going for more. He gets another one, and he goes back into the tunnel. Along with Cool Kid, Styx, and Cool Kid are just going to be just holding that tunnel from the front. I'm actually very surprised. The hill remaining very empty. No Team KVZ members actually camping on it. Now you can see the teams are still fighting on Team Big side. Styx is going in, but he's still left. Mateo manages to get the nice dink at close range using the Henry rifle. Cool Kid, he gets surrounded there. He had no chance. I don't know what he was thinking. He was just out in the open in front of 4 Team Big members. And now King TMV is the only one that remains in the front lines. You can see him crouching down. He decides to reload, but he's still waiting for members. He actually hears him go underground. Corneas decides to rush. Same thing with Bruce Lee, but they both get caught out. They're going to be left to respawn. Now King TMV is just going to be holding that angle still. Ruskia with a nice double dink onto Kylo. He manages to get him while he's trying to go back into the tunnel. Kiaru, with only a sliver of health left, gets the first, but he does get traded by Cool Kid. Now the hill still is in King KVZ's hands, and you can see they finally passed Team Big. Team Big, they need to get themselves a minute and 30 seconds in order to catch up with Team KVZ. Along with that, they need to get the recapture. And you can see, oh, looks like we actually have some commentary in the chat. It looks like the spectators are saying that Team TMV should have heard those footsteps from Team Big, and now that's going to actually cost them. Team Big is going to get that recapture on the hill. Kiaru, he's still fighting, and Ruskia finally gets his shotgun onto that point. And now Styx, he's still going very aggressive for Team KVZ. He's still in the front lines. You can see him. He's just still down there, but not really doing anything. He's just hiding in a wall as it stands. He's just going to be looking across the aisle. Mateo, he gets blown up to pieces. And Team Big, they'll finally get some influence back on that hill. Kailu being the main person getting influence for Team Big. And you can see that hill will be fully recaptured by Team Big. Now Styx, he decides to go back in. And you can see Styx just using the shotgun still. And that recapture proving very useless for Team Big, as Team KVZ are already back on point. Looking good for those who bet Team KVZ so far. Especially considering that this is Team Big's map pick. Team Big very much not suited for Antic Bridge. So it should be very expected that Team KVZ do take Antic Bridge. But hey, who knows? Team Big definitely has some really good trooper and close quarters players, and definitely could use Antic to their advantage. But 5Sticks, the YouTuber himself, proving himself to be one of the best shotgun commando players. He's stepping in the tracks of Bossian. But as we continue on, you can see Team Big get the recapture. The hill's still remaining very empty. It's becoming more of a crater by the second, as grenades keep on getting thrown nowhere near anybody at all. The grenades go in and it's only going to dig that hill deeper. That hill still staying fairly near the surface though. I'm surprised that Team Big have not even considered digging the hill yet. Corneus goes in with Kailu. They both go into the side tunnel. And they're all going to be using close quarters range weapons. King TMV has no chance to react to Team Big. Billy, he gets one, but he falls victim there. And Team Big is going to be left with a little bit of health left. This is starting to ramp up very quickly. You can see that teams are just still fighting. It's becoming very close. This is very much reminding me of Team Superior versus Time Lords. Only the OGs remember that. But anyway, continuing on, Cool Kid along with Ruskias both spray Corneas, and they're going to get influence on that hill. Cool Kid still remaining full capture. Oh, and they actually get the full capture off. And now Green are going to be moving forward. Kailu gets a double kill. He gets shotgunned by 5Sticks, but 5Sticks, he doesn't notice the grenade dropped by Kailu, and he's going to be left to respawn. 3 Team Big members are going to be going towards that hill. And Billy's going to be left to respawn. As it stands right now, it's fairly even. Team Big is losing by 30 seconds, but you can see they're already getting the capture. The spectators, again, putting more insight into the game. You can see that Mateo is bringing down everybody from what it looks like. For those curious, those talking in the spectator chat are in the Team VC, so they can actually hear what's going on. Now, Team KVZ, they're going to pull it back a little. You can see they're playing a little bit less aggressive. Ruskia going into the side tunnel. Billy playing the main tunnel. Ruskia is going to go up from behind, and you'll see Kailu. And he gets a free kill as Kailu doesn't notice Ruskia. But Ruskia needs to turn around because Corneus gets the first. But again, 5-6 showing why he's the main commando user, getting another kill onto Corneus. As the scores stand right now, Mateo, the A-Rank, pulling the highest amount of points in his team. 23 kills and 21 deaths, pulling a 1.09 KDR, being the only person on his team pulling positive right now. Team KMV going absolutely golden for KVZ, going 38 and 17, pulling an astounding 2.23 KDR. This is never seen before, but you can see Corneus is still going in. Oh no, it's not looking good for Team Big. They're all falling like flies. The grenades go in, and 5-6 does get dinked though. That's a very nice headshot from Kiaru. The grenade's still going in. No one's near that hill. It just looks like the teams are just wasting their utility on that hill, because that hill has nobody directly on it. Both teams have been playing very lackluster. But now Kailu's going in. Ruskia gets the first spray onto Kailu. Icorneus actually going into the tunnel. He's looking for Billy, but Billy manages to escape. And now Ruskia is going to be in the front lines. The hill goes down one block, but both teams are missing their shots right now. Corneus gets the first. He catches Billy reloading. And now Corneus is going to go from behind, and he gets the double kill. That's a very nice place from Cornea. And now he's going to be going into the side tunnel again. Cool Kid knew he was there, but he misses. And Corneus gets the triple kill. And Team TMV, he's going to be looking. He's going to be lurking, I should say, on that hill. Corneus, again, pulling his 4th kill. Still somehow alive. Now Corneus, he decides to look at the surface. He gets his first shotgun pellet off, But now all of Team KVZ knows he's there. And Cornus will get one more kill before Styx does trade with him. Now the teams looking fairly even right now. Team KVZ still have the hill. And as it stands, KVZ has a whole 3-minute advantage. Team Big, they need to get themselves together if they're going to have any chance. The hill actually glitched out right now. You can see it's white. Oh, no, I stand corrected. It finally changed back to green. But now, Team KVZ, they have a 3-minute advantage on a map that's not even their pick. But who knows? Team Big could definitely go out golden on Antic Bridge. Antic Bridge being fairly even on both sides. Grenades go in. It only gets Kiaru down to half health though. Kiaru actually switching to the unpopular M16A3. I personally like that gun. I don't know why it's not used more in the competitive meta, but you can see that he does get the kill with the M16A3. Most of the people, as it stands right now, are actually switching to Commando and SMGs. It's Commando and Troopers. We're seeing no marksman. Usually on front lines, you have 1 to 2 marksman players, but you can see that's not even seen here. Everyone's opting for Commando or Trooper. Styx, he falls victim there to Mateo, and Mateo gets the double kill, and now he needs to get the triple, but he does get caught off with no ammo in his gun, and he will be surrounded by KVZ. KVZ still holding tight to that hill. And KVZ actually deciding to build that hill back to the surface. That's going to delay Team Big's capture by a few seconds. Now Team Big, they need to get themselves together. They're pulling behind now. They were in the lead, but they are pulling behind by the minute. Team KVZ trying to be the powerhouse in the map. Styx still going in. Team Big, they need more. Team Big, they need to get more players on that hill if they're going to have any chance of capturing that 3rd place position in the LoA team leaderboard. Now Mateo, along with Bruce Lee, are going to be on that hill, but they both don't see Ruskia coming in from behind. But Kylo will be coming in from support with a shovel. I don't know why he was using his shovel there, but the grenade finishes off the Team KVZ members anyway. Kylo shouldn't have used his shovel there. He definitely should have just used his weapon and gotten the double kill there. I'm very unsure why he was going for that, but I guess that just ends up in a stalemate. And you can see no one's on the hill still. That hill still remaining fairly empty. Team KVZ still just draining their time because no Team Big member is deciding to go on that hill. This is not even seen before, and you see Team KVZ, they have a whole 6-minute advantage. It's going to be very hard to come back, but it's definitely possible if Team Big do get the recapture. And apparently, it looks like the spectators are saying that Team KVZ is throwing. You can see that the spectators are saying that Team Big is very spread out. I definitely will have to agree. Team Big is too spread out at the moment. They need to cluster up together if they're going to have any chance of recapturing that hill. Because Team KVZ has been destroying them wave after wave. You can see that they just fall like flies, and they're just left to respawn wave after wave. And they just keep on dying one by one. But now it looks like Team Big finally getting a chance to recapture. Bruce Lee along with Mateo are going to be on that hill. Bruce Lee opting for a full dig down, but Styx from behind, he's going to say no to that. But Styx looks like he's about to be surrounded. He gets the first pellet onto Bruce Lee, but it doesn't finish him off. Team KVZ actually decide to show up with reinforcements now, and Team KVZ will block the recapture. As expected, Team Big needed more players on that hill. I don't know what Team Big is doing, but they're definitely choking at the moment. They had themselves a whole 4-minute advantage, but now you can see that the tides have turned, and Team KVZ will have a whole 7-minute advantage. And now the teams are still going up. The still grenades still going in from both sides. Team Big deciding to do a little bit of damage onto that pillar on hill. And we're going to be changing the map into Antic Bridge as soon as one team wins. But you see Team KVZ, they only have 2 minutes to spare. And now we have the next map ready. But you can see the teams are still fighting for their lives. Team Big, Finally, they decide to cluster up together. That hill looking very promising for Team Big. Maybe they could get themselves a whole 7-minute comeback. But again, that's going to be proving very difficult, as now the advantage has switched up to 8 minutes. Now, Team Big, they need to hold that hill for 8 minutes to catch up. But at that point, they're probably going to win if they hold the hill for 8 minutes. They need to hold the... They most likely need to hold the hill for the whole time. They can't even let Team KVZ near that hill. And you can see Team Big, they just wiped Team KVZ there. And now you can see they're just going to be rebuilding that hill towards their side. The structure is looking fairly even on the side. You can see the hill is still a fairly big crater. And now the teams are still fighting. And now they continue on. Team Big, they do get a few kills, but they do sacrifice some of their members in the process. Mateo returning fire with the shotgun. He does get Billy, but Styx coming in from behind, proving himself that he is the best commando player in the server. Styx gets a third, and now Styx needs to get a fourth. Bruce Lee is just right on top of him, and you can see Styx does hear him. Oh, Styx, no, he decides to build himself in at the moment. He's waiting for more Team Big members. They just noticed that Styx is... How many times is it going to take for Team Big to notice that Styx is just behind them always? Styx, this whole match, has just been behind Team Big and absolutely pummeling them. And by absolutely pummeling, I mean he's been going off on kill streaks constantly. And now Team KVZ are going to be going for the recapture, and that's probably going to be the map. Yeah, that's probably going to be the map. You can see 1 minute and 30 seconds remain. Bruce Lee, he does get one though. The team's still fighting for their lives though. The grenades go in from green. That grenade's going to miss the hill completely. But Team Big get the recapture. They managed to prevent Team KVZ from taking the rest of their time down. And they will have around 8 minutes to deal with though. It looks like the teams are being toxic. It looks like one team's actually teabagging another. 7 minutes remaining on that clock. And now it looks like Team KVZ are actually switching strats. Team KVZ is becoming more restricted. And they're becoming spread out. That's definitely not good for Team KVZ. Team KVZ, they need to crowd out. Especially considering that all of them are using commando or trooper weapons. CNAC will actually be substituted in. He hasn't even chosen a weapon yet. But CNAC will be subbing in for Team KVZ. Horizon will be subbed out in return. Styx and Kylo deciding to switch. CNAC actually switching to the marksman weapon. You can see both teams have a marksman now. Team Big opting for the marksman and also commando setup, while Team KVZ remaining fairly mixed. Now Mateo, he does get spread out there, and Team KVZ are going to recapture the hill. And the most likely, I hope this time, they're most likely going to just drain down their minute. They only have 1 minute left. And Team KVZ are looking golden at the moment. Those predicting against Big, definitely in the wrong as it stands. The LoA server predictions proving to be right, while our predictions on the Twitch channel proving to be wrong. Team Big looking not very good so far. Oh, and it looks like Team TMV will be back, and he'll be substituting in for CNAC. KVZ. Oh no, it looks like KVZ actually lost it. Cool Kid was the only one remaining on the hill, but you can see Corneus is the only one remaining. And they will recapture the hill. KVZ, they only have 33 seconds left on their time. I don't know what they're doing. They just need someone on that point to camp it and have someone get a kill streak. That's all they need right now. But they're just choking it because Team Big are still getting towards that hill. They have 6 minutes remaining though. It's definitely a long time, but it's more than possible at this rate. Team DV goes in, he gets the double kill! And that's going to be perfect for Team KVZ to recapture the hill. But it looks like Team Big already has reinforcements on top of the hill. And Billy's going to be playing the long game. He's going to be digging down that hill even further. Billy deciding to go in. Bruce Lee decides to just jump in with no support. And now Team KVZ are going to get the recapture and finish off the 30 seconds. At least I hope. 30 seconds remain. It should be an easy win for KVZ to finish off. 30 seconds shouldn't be that long. And you can see Team KVZ playing more safe this time. They have Cool Kid and also Billy. Mateo gets the first. No way. And Mateo gets the second. Mateo holds it for Team Big. And Team Big are just going to hold in. Team DMV falls to his death. And Big will get the recapture. With only 6 seconds remaining for Team KVZ. But it's definitely a stretch. Team Big need to hold the hill for a whole 6 minutes. All while KVZ, all they need is a recapture. All they literally need is a recapture. They only need 6 seconds left. This is starting to become fairly close. Billy gets the first. Billy needs to get the other two on the hill if he's going to have any chance. And you can see he's going to fall victim to Bruce Lee and Mateo there. The big surface players actually died. Cool Kid goes in. He gets sprayed down. Six also falls, but he doesn't even notice that the players are behind him. Six gets the first. He needs to get the second. Oh, and he gets the second. It's looking really good for Sticks now. Sticks can he can single-handedly win the match for KVZ. Someone needs to drop onto that hill, and that's what Kylo will do. He drops down, but he gets sprayed. Oh no, Corneas actually goes in. He goes for the block. Oh no, look, all the Team Big players are going. Mateo gets the first, but he goes, and Team KVZ will capture the hill, and that's most likely going to be GG. What a match. That was looking fairly close at the end, but god dang. We'll be back with more. Oh, actually, no, we're getting started right away. We're actually going to hop into Antic Bridge right now. As it stands right now, KVZ is up one map, 1-0. If KVZ could win on their own map pick, then they'll have a chance at taking that second spot. They'll actually go... If they actually get 3 points, they're going to be tied with Shuffle 44. Shuffle 44 has 6 points right now, and Team KVZ has 6. Team Big, they have... Team Big has 5 points, and Team KVZ has 4 points. KVZ with 3 points will actually go to second in front of Shuffle 44. We do have a 2-minute preparation phase as it stands right now. Team KVZ are going to be attacking first on this very close quarters map. Antic Bridge being a more and more popular map every time we play these scrimmages in LoA. Antic Bridge being a very close quarters map as mentioned earlier. But both of these teams have close quarters players. Most of these players are not marksmen. As you can see, most of them are commander and trooper mains, so they will be using this map to their best advantages, at least their class advantages. As it stands right now, Team Big are going to go for an unorthodox defense. They're going to be downing the sidewalls. I'm not sure why they're doing this. That actually is probably going to make it harder for them to defend, if anything. But they're deciding to dig down the hill. It looks like they're just going to be digging down that C point, actually. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. They're going to turn it into a platform. I'm not sure if they're going to have a roof player. Oh, they do have a roof player. They do have Kylo building tunnels in that roof. Antic Bridge, especially on that C point, you want someone on that roof because that roof is definitely a skyscraper point where you can have someone just look down on that C point. It's very sneaky also. Many teams do not expect you having a roof player, and you can see Kylo will be taking that role. And still in that preparation phase, the teams are going to be building. On that C point, on that B point, it looks like there's going to be nothing. They're going to leave that B point very undefended. And on Antic Bridge, you most definitely don't need any buildings on A. A building... you should just leave it how it is because the spawns are right next to that point. So if you do have to go to a C point, it's very easy to defend that C point. We're going to be getting started very soon. Only 30 seconds remaining in that preparation phase. Team KVZ looking like they're going to be going for a 3-3 split onto the Antic Bridge. Again, the Among Us character showing more prevalence in LoA. You can see the Among Us character becoming very more popular by these players. Team KVZ using the Among Us symbol as one of their team symbols, while Team Superior, they take the same symbol also, but they also build the face sign. Usually the face sign is their symbol, but now we're actually going to get started. The teams will have contact on the side pillars. Corneas actually sees Sticks, and Corneas decides to go to the hill. He doesn't even see, but Sticks flips instantly, and he gets the shot on, and Corneas will get double teamed. Team Big... Oh, looks like Team Big are going for the crater strat. This is actually very useful. But all Team KVZ need to do is dig down that pillar, and this crater strat is gone to trash. They need to crater it more. But this crater strat has been proven very useful, especially in public matches. The crater being one of the best and most effective strats. But Team KVZ, they already have contact on that C point, and it's gonna prove no challenge for them. Because that crater is not big enough, it's gonna be easy for them to just dig down the hill and capture it. Oh, I stand corrected. Team Big actually get the recapture. They kill CNAC. Bruce Lee is gonna be building that that pillar back up. And now that crater still stands there. Billy gets double teamed by Kailu and Kiaru. Both of them using very odd weapons. Kiaru going for Kiaru is chosen a shotgun, but he does get grenaded there. Kailu going for the shot. We actually never seen this shotgun before. He's using the Serbu shotgun. The Serbu shotgun being a very close quarters weapon, but it could definitely pull those heavy damage numbers needed for Antic Bridge. Cornelius is going for the Swedish shotgun. I think he went for the Swedish shotgun. He did. He was going for the Shojin Inertia, which is definitely one of the better shotguns. Personally, in my opinion, I wouldn't be using a Serbu shotgun. I would be using a Screaming Eagle or using a Spaz or double barrel. But it doesn't matter. Usually double barrel, any shotgun in this game is good. The only difference between all the shotguns in this game is the number of pellets and how much each damage, the damage, the pellets, and also the spread. But as it stands though, Blue, Team Big holding this C point very effectively. That crater strat has been proving very good for Team Big. Team Big actually might take this map back and pull this to a tie. For those curious, if Team Big do win this map, then it will be going back to a tie, and no one will be winning anything. The standings will just stay how it is. If it goes into a stalemate, Team Big will stay in third, while KVZ remained in fourth. Oh, Team TMV actually eats a tomahawk there. Cornelius getting that special kill, but Styx is going to go on that hill. A Team Big member did peek there, but he did get he just got annihilated by Billy. Billy proving to be one of the better competitive players in the scene. Billy has been proving, Billy's been getting a ton of kills recently, especially for Team KVZ. Styx gets double teamed. What a shot from him. But now, you can see Team Big, they're just still sticking to their creator strat. And Cornelius, he just builds for his life. But that's going to be destroyed almost instantly by Team KVZ. You can see Scenic. He's just going to be digging that hill back down. Oh wait, no, Mateo actually sees him. The grenade goes in. He misses the first. The second should most definitely hit. He does get that hit. And now they need to tunnel. They actually need, if I was Team Big right now, I would try and make that crater bigger. That crater is too small. And Team KVZ has been getting contact on that C point. It's just a little bit too risky to have your crater that small. They need the crater to be bigger. But as it stands, that C point remains fairly empty. Billy does fall victim there. Kiaru and Kylo pulling themselves to be an iconic duo. Team TMV and Styx are like Bonnie and Clyde. Styx being the main man while King TMV being the sidekick. You can see they're going to be pulling in from the front. Styx going in for the dig. He's most likely going to dig that hill, and he did. He's going to be starting off the capture, and Team Big is nowhere to be seen. Where's Team Big? Where is Team Big? They're just letting Team KVZ capture. And you can see they're going to be capturing at a 2x influence rate. And you can see Team KVZ. Oh, actually no! They don't get the capture! Styx stays still! He didn't even notice that the nade went in. But it looks like Billy will be going for the recapture. Actually, no. Billy is not going for the... They need a Team Big, they need a member on that hill now. They need someone on that point at this moment. They're going to lose that C point. And they do lose that C point. What is Team Big thinking? They needed someone on that point. I'm very disappointed in Team Big. They most definitely could have won. But they just didn't stick to their strat. They had no one on that C point to defend. And Billy just finished it off. What was Team Big thinking? Team Big, they needed a player on that point at that exact moment. Oh no, it's not looking good now. Team KVZ pulling themselves together, and it looks like Team KVZ might take it all. Team KVZ actually might go into second place in their LoA, or LoA team leaderboard. And now you can see Team KVZ pulling themselves together, and it looks like everyone's actually cheering on Team KVZ. And now, KVZ are actually on that B point. They actually might get all 3 points. If Team KVZ managed to get all 3 points, then this match is basically over. And now Team KVZ will get that second... Oh, looks like they will get that B point. Team KVZ just absolutely demolishing, and they will have full time to capture that A point. Oh, this is not looking very good right now. Actually, looks like Team Big is considering forfeiting, even though this match has been getting very close. Oh no, Team Big actually do get their... they do get some more shots in. Yeah, I'm actually surprised also. Team KVZ has been pulling themselves together. They have really good team play at the moment, as Ainsley has said. The players are working together. We've never seen this before from Team KVZ. This is probably the best Team KVZ has ever played. Team KVZ have never looked this good. I'm actually very happy for them. I'm actually a Team KVZ fan myself. I can't be biased towards the teams though, but I personally love Victor's team. He's been following a lot of community support for the AOS community also with his videos. I'm very happy for. I'm very happy that his team is actually working out. And you can see it in the scores. Team TMV and everybody else on his team pulling outstanding numbers. This is great numbers from Team KVZ. Team Big looks like they're just falling more and more by the second. They're looking more like a Team How as it stands at the moment. Team How again being in last place in our LoA Season 2 division with only 1 point. But as it stands right now, Corneus will fall victim there. And now the teams will be going on. Team KVZ, they have a whole 15 minutes to just go in towards that A site. Styx gets a nice double kill. He's going to be looking for the third. And he gets the third. And now Team KVZ move forward towards that A point. That A point looking more and more plausible. Mateo hitting a trick shot onto Styx. That was actually a really nice shot from him. But in the long term, that's going to be doing absolutely nothing. Because that A point still needs to be held by Team Big. But Team Big getting closer and closer by the moment. Kyaru along with Kylo are going to be moving in. Ooh, Team TMV actually eats a shotgun pellet there. Kylo going in. He gets the second. That's very good defense from Kylo. But again, Team Big, they'll need to capture either A and C quicker than KVZ, or they'll need to capture all three points at this point. As it stands right now, Mateo definitely not pulling the numbers we're used to see. Oh, actually, no, he is pulling great numbers, but he's not working with his team. If he was working with his team, he would actually... Team Big would probably be winning at the moment, but his team is just not working with him. The teams are just not working together. Team Big looking very lackluster as it stands, while Team KVZ is looking like an absolute powerhouse. At this rate, Team KVZ actually might be going against Shuffle 44. But now, Kylo, he needs to retreat. And now King TMV, he goes in. He gets an AA-12 spam, but it does no damage. King TMV again, still going from the sides. But Bruce Lee gets a nice kill onto King TMV. And now the defending side looking fairly crowded together. They're actually staying as a team. They notice that Styx is there. Mateo decides to fall, and he gets Styx from behind. They actually notice Styx walking into the tunnel there. But will they know that Billy is on the roof? Billy has been sitting on the roof for Team KVC. Yeah, it looks like Billy is just building a nice roof tunnel for himself and for Team KVZ to move forward toward that 8 point. But as it stands right now, KVZ still in the lead. They still have a whole 11 minutes to capture that A spot. King TMV, he gets headshotted from behind. Mateo putting more kills to his name. But now, you can see this long distance that Team KVZ has to walk from that C point to that A point. It's a fairly long walk. You can see they do have these bridges to make the walk a little easier. King TMV will fall. He does class respawn, but I guess I'll allow that in that instance. Usually you're supposed to let yourself fall, but this is considered out of bounds. Usually the water is considered out of bounds, especially in this corner area, so it is legal to respawn there. You're just not allowed to clash respawn in this area because this does lead to the A point, and you could actually dig to that A point. So this water area right here in that A area is legal. But now, King TMV moves on. Team KVZ actually moves on. Oh, I stand corrected. King TMV just gets absolutely annihilated there by Team BIG. Team BIG going for a... I don't even know what they're doing right now. Team BIG is just going for a random strat. Oh, they do notice Billy on the roof. They do decide to pillar up A again. This pillar has been proven very ineffective because it looks like because all KVZ does is dig down that pillar, making that pillar just useless in the first place. But as it stands right now, Team BIG, they're pulling themselves together. It looks like they're finally getting some ground back. 9 minutes remain, but again, but still, you just have to look at the score. Team KVZ with 9 minutes managed to get themselves B and C on Antic Bridge. Antic Bridge being a very hard map too, especially for the attacking side. This map is very defensive sided because the spawns are right next to the capture points. Oh, it actually looks like everyone's using bar as it stands right now. And Mateo is being... Well, actually, it looks like in the VCs right now. But it looks like Mateo and everyone else is losing morale. I'm very curious on what's going on right now. It looks like nothing is happening at the moment. The team's still looking for contact for each other. Cool Kid is using the bar. It looks like more of the members are switching to the bar. The bar is still being the most popular trooper weapon because of its high damage output. But it does only have 20 bullets in a magazine. But King DMV gets the first. King DMV gets the second with an AA-12, and he will be under that A point. He might get something started for Team KVZ. Oh, but he does get double shotgun by Team BIG. King DMV looked like he had something going for a second. Cool Kid, he actually gets some good damage done onto that pillar, but he does get shotgunned in return. And all Team BIG has to do is just build it back up. And you can see that's what they're doing. They decide to just rebuild it. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remain on the clock. The team's still very separate from each other. Especially considering the walking distance from that green spawn to the A spot. That definitely needs to be changed. You can see that spawn area needs to be closer to that A spot. I think that's something Nexus needs to fix. That spawn is just too far. It makes A super impossible to capture. But now, the team's still going on. Oh, CNEC. It looks like CNEC is actually having trouble joining the VC right now. One of the server staff should actually help you out with that. But continuing on, Kylo and also Bruce Lee. Looks like they're just still getting their stuff together. Kuki goes from the side. He gets the first kill onto Kiaru, but he does get traded by Kylo. Kylo using the Serbu shotgun again. That Serbu shotgun, again, I personally do not like the Serbu shotgun, but people like Mink and other prominent members in the AceOfSpadez community do like that shotgun. That shotgun is very good at close quarters, but at distance, it's very useless. Cornea is still going in. He's still using this Tomahawk. He does get a trade-off, but that's only just going to be left with 5 sticks respawning. CNEC actually deciding to go under the A point. Actually, no, he's in the water. He's going to be using Styx' tunnel made earlier to go towards that A point. I think they do have a staircase built towards that A point. Oh, yeah, they do have a staircase built towards that A point. Going back to the surface, though, the team members are still fighting. Team Big, they don't even notice that Team KVZ is going from the sides, but it doesn't matter because Bruce Lee getting himself a nice double kill using the Shurbu shotgun. Corneus gets dinked. CNAC also gets caught out on the A point as soon as he reveals himself on the surface. And now, Team Big, they still need more. King Team Big getting a nice triple dink onto that member. And now, they're still going on. Yeah, okay. And now, you can see, looks like everyone's kind of disappointed that they put their spades into Team Big. I don't know. I think you should have put your spades on Team KVZ. I honestly thought KVZ was going to be winning this anyway. But considering that Team Big do have many powerhouse players, I guess that's to be expected maybe. But Team KVZ, they've just been getting better and better every scrimmage. They've been putting time and effort into their roster, and you can see it's paying off. They're actually starting to get themselves some victories within the LoA scene. Team KVZ majorly improving themselves against that Team Superior loss. Team Superior, from what they were telling me, said they weren't even trying, but Team KVZ did choke that match. They definitely could have won if they put more effort into it. But I guess Team Superior doesn't care because they're in the lead right now with 9 whole points. They're undefeated as it stands. But now, ooh, Bruce Lee gets a nice shotgun headshot onto King TMV. Team TMV still pulling numbers. He has twice the amount of kills of leading Cool Kid, while Mateo on the other side pulling him, showing to be the MVP of his side, pulling 40 and 14, 2.85 KDR. That's a very good KDR, even on a scrimmage. But still, 40 kills. But his team is still choking at the moment. You can see they need to hold for a whole 3 more minutes to even just get themselves a chance at winning this map. It looks like the spectators do have some insight into their opinions on the teams. You can read the chat as it stands to see what the spectators are saying about each team. It looks like as it stands right now, they're actually clowning on KVZ for their loss against Team Superior. But now you can see. We still continue on. There's really nothing much happening at the moment. As it stands, Team Big is just defending the A site. Because of that long distance between the green spawn and that A point, Team KVZ really have no chance at capturing that A site. You even see this in public matches and public servers. You can see that A site on Antic Bridge being fairly difficult to capture. No one captures it because the spawn is you can see that the blue defending spawn is right there, and it's super easy to defend that A site. While on the other hand, the attacking side, they have to walk a whole mile or walk a whole meter, a whole 1,000 meters to get anywhere near that A site. But Ruskia, he gets a nice dink on. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't get a dink on. And he's going to be surrounded by Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee peeking first, and then peeking a second time and pulling himself another kill using the shotgun of his. And now Team Big decided to go on the attacking end. I'm not sure what Team KVZ is doing. It looks like they're trying to group up. Oh yeah, they are grouping up. You can see they're pulling themselves very close together. Ruskia is going to be on that B point. Oh no, he's not at that B point, but he is hiding behind the first big rock. Corneus gets himself sprayed. That's a nice double dink from him. And now, Ruskia, he decides to go over the rock and moving forward. Bruce Lee, he goes out in the open. Ruskia finally gets his spray on target, and Bruce Lee will be left to respawn. Corneus does get sniped from afar. And now, oh no, Mateo pulls it back. He gets the first, and he gets a nice double using the Henry rifle. The Henry rifle being a very high rate of fire marksman weapon, fairly popular also. The only gun that's more popular than it being the default rifle. The default rifle being the most popular rifle among all marksman mains. But as we continue on, Team Big, they need to get themselves together. Cenac fall to his death there. It looks like they finally are composing themselves. Only 30 seconds remain. And now, the team still holding together. But only 30 seconds remain, and as it stands currently, Team Big will hold it out. Team Big will need to capture either all 3 points or capture C site and B site faster than 7 minutes, I believe. Because they captured C in 10 minutes and they captured B in 13 minutes remaining. So they need to get themselves a total time better than that on the C and B points. Or they could capture all 3 points. So, as it stands right now, Team Big need to pull themselves for an outstanding, and I mean outstanding attack if they're going to have any chance at even tying this match. They need to get themselves together. You can see me over here pulling myself together. I'm flexing my max rank in the right hand corner. Oh, it looks like we actually do not have them. Oh, we actually do not have the match spread out, but it looks like we got lucky with the map voting anyway. We'll be back in a second with the match, but as it stands right now, Team KVZ looking like they're going to take the win. We'll be back in a second. It looks like the map is changing right now. Oh yeah, and the match has started again. We're going to be going in. And again, Team KVZ most looking like they're going to win. But who knows, if Team Big manages to pull themselves together for once, they could have a chance at winning. But I guess I stand corrected because both teams have been pulling themselves to their advantages. Team KVZ using their very close quarter centered players, and they've been racking up kills as a team. All while Team Big, they only relied on Mateo getting kills. Mateo is the only person on that team getting any teamwork. And he's not been working with his team, but he definitely has been getting a ton of kills together. As it stands right now, Team KVZ, they need to defend B until 13:46. And again, the maximum time is 15 minutes. So they'll have to, as soon as they capture C, they'll need to capture B as soon as possible. But if they do capture B, A and B, they could instantly win by capturing the C point. But again, Antic Bridge, very difficult to capture that C point, that A point. That A point proving itself the most difficult point to capture. Oh, what's going on right here? It looks like the teams are so uneven right now. Team KVZ, they do need to bench 2 players. KVZ need a bench 2, or Rusia needs to join, and then Team KVZ needs to get themselves. Team Big actually needs to get themselves together. Oh, looks like Icorny is actually disconnected. But it doesn't matter. There's a minute of preparation phase anyway, so he has all the time. He has a whole minute to rejoin. Oh no, it's not looking good right now. It looks like Cornelius is actually AFK in the VC, and it will be an uneven match. I am going to tell the players to drop one more player as it stands right now. Are you guys surprised with the match right now? I'm kind of curious. I wonder who was actually thinking that Big was going to come out and destroy KVZ. I was expecting KVZ to get work done, but I guess not. Oh, for those wondering, they did switch sides because it's attack and defense. Both teams need to attack and defend. So right now they did switch sides. Team Big will be attacking. Team Big will be attacking while Team KVZ is blue, and they will be defending. It looks like the teams are still heavily uneven. Looks like Enda Dragon actually joining that blue team. It is really uneven right now. Enda Dragon actually needs to join Team Big side, if anything. Oh, and now there we go. The teams are back to even. It's not even, but it's still 5v4. Team Big is missing a player. They can get a freelancer player to come in. They can actually. No. Team Superior do have a match tomorrow, so none of the players could be allowed as freelance players. Oh, look at this! Team Big, they're going for a whole-out top push, and it's looking fairly effective. No one actually notices that they're coming from the top. You can see Team TMV and Six, they're very confused. Look at them. They're actually so confused. They're looking down the tunnels, and they don't see anyone. I wonder who's actually going to hear. Oh, look at this. This is an exact counter to their defense. They have a whole pit prepared, but that pit is going to be proven useless because they're all going roof. Looks like CNAC is going to continue building the creator. Oh no, what is going on? What is Team Big doing? They need to get that C point as soon as possible. They're losing. I guess they're playing the long game, but they're definitely using their roof strat. We haven't seen this before. Look at this. Oh, and they're using Corneas as a distraction. Oh, this is perfect. They're using Corneas as a distraction. Oh, looks like CNAC finally heard them in the top. Oh, and they actually dropped down. And Koken notices. Kiaru drops. He gets a first take off. And now, Team Big revealed himself, but they just get surrounded. Yeah, it looks like CNIC did realize, and because CNIC did realize, Team KVZ became prepared for that defense. So that's the first wave of Big down. They need to get themselves together towards that C point. They need to get themselves a recapture. They can't let time be wasted because they need to capture that B site sooner than 13 minutes and 50 seconds. So they can't let that timer hit any much lower than 8 minutes. If that timer hits any time lower than 8 minutes, then they have no chance at winning unless they capture all 3 points. It looks like Edit Dragon saying that this is a Minecraft, it's like a Minecraft mob grinder. I have to agree. They just drop from the top and they fall like flies. At this point, Team KVZ is just grinding experience points. Another thing to notice, you can see most of the players in this server, they're really high rank. Most of these players being spades or clubs, at least. Kylo being the only diamonds player in this server. Mateo, you can see he's ranked 34. He's actually really high up in the ranks. Corneas being the highest ranked as it stands right now. Yeah, he's rank 43. Oh no, 42. He is 1 rank away. He's 2 ranks away from the max rank of AceOfSpadez. Ruskia is also max rank right now, but you can see he is a substitute as it stands right now because Team KVZ do have 1 extra. Looks like right now Team Big is not looking so good. Their awareness is terrible from what the spectators are saying in chat. Cornea is still getting some damage done onto Team TMV, but Team TMV is holding more fire. And you can see that defending side, Team KVZ, they're just strengthening their defense. That crater is just getting bigger and bigger by the second. Yes, this is a private server. This server is only private to the teams who are playing at the moment. It's private to both teams and server staff. Server staff are allowed to join. That's because they work for LoA and they help me with these events. Corneas does get sprayed down, and now the blue team is just going to try and configure themselves anywhere, and try and just hold that C point. That C point still hovering over that crater. You can see that crater being very effective. But you can see nothing happening really much in the front lines. Styx does fall victim there, but I'm not sure what Big is doing. They're just looking very they're very spread out. For first of all, they're going in by one by one. They're not pushing as a team at all, and because they're not pushing as a team, their whole team is suffering as a result. And you see, they're not going to get anywhere near that C point. 40 seconds left for them to have the chance of the C-B combination of winning. If they do, then they cannot get the C-B combination for a win. for the win, and they'll be forced to capture all 3 points. Yeah, at this rate, Team Big is looking like they're gonna lose. Nope, it's not GG right now. Team Big, they can still win by capturing all 3 points. If they capture C, B, and A, all 3 points, they will get a win instantly. Because Team KVZ, they only captured C and B. But after that, it goes into time. And as it stands right now, if they keep on losing like this, they won't have any chance. But as it stands right now, they have lost time and they are no longer eligible for the CB win. So now they'll need to capture all 3 points if they're going to have any chance at winning. You can see 9 minutes remain on the clock, and that leads them up with no chance at winning. Actually, no. They actually have 10 seconds left to do something. But, again, those 10 seconds are probably going to pass. Oh, actually, no. I stand corrected. I guess that CB combination is still up for grabs. And Mateo does get the capture in, but he'll need a capture within the next 5 seconds. Which is not going to happen. Yep, that does not happen. And Team Big will not have the option for a CB combination for the map win. So now, Team KVZ, all they need to do is just defend. They just need to defend all 3 points. They just can't let Team Big capture all 3 points, and they'll win this whole match. And they'll get 3 points, and that'll put them in 2nd place ahead of Shuffle 44. Cool Kid pulling the first kill, and now he's going to be looking for the second. And now, you can see they're still going at it. I'm fairly upset with the teams at the moment because it's from what the spectators are telling me. Mateo, the person who has been pulling the most kills this match, has been advocating for his team for a forfeit, which is definitely not sportsmanlike. But moreover, I still have to say that the teams are pulling very close. They were pulling very close at the beginning of this whole match, but Team Big, they just lost control. They were the favorites to win, but they do not have the team morale to do anything good. And Team KVZ, they stuck as a team, and as a result, you can see that they're just pulling great numbers and they're winning this match because of their team plays. Because they're playing as a team, because of plays such as this Crater, Team KVZ has won the first map and is most likely going to win the second one. 7 minutes remain. Again, Team Big, they need to capture all 3 points or else they'll have no chance at winning. Oh yes, I do have 7 million cash in-game. I used to be the richest person within in-game, but I'm pretty sure someone has more money than me. Someone said in chat they had more than 7 million. I haven't played this game for a while. At least I haven't been grinding money in a while. So, I guess I did lose that spot. I do play on an alt. I play on my Zykzo Road to Ace alt. So, that has like $2 million on it. Combining those together, I would be the richest, but that doesn't make any sense considering everything. Oh, looks like the server staff are telling me it's a big forfeit. Big had no chance of winning all 3 points anyway, and they do go for a forfeit. That's what the server staff is saying right now. And the Dry Guy being the most reliable source, and he's telling me it's a forfeit. All the server staff is telling me that Team Big are going for the forfeit because they have no chance at capturing all 3 points. I guess that is the match as it stands right now. I guess that is the match. Yeah, it looks like the teams are starting to cool down a little bit. But now, I will be ending this match because it looks like it has been a forfeit. Mateo, the team leader of Big as it stands right now, is just going for that. Anyway, thank you for coming to League of Aces. That will be our match today. Tomorrow, we have a really, really huge match. We have Shuffle 44 going against Team Superior, number 1 going against number 2. That's probably going to be one of the biggest matches of this week. But again, come back tomorrow at noon for more matches, for one more match. And I guess that's really it. We don't have many more announcements for LoA. We do we're actually nearing the end of the team season for season 2. So make sure you get your final points in. But anyway, thank you for coming. We are planning more events. We're planning to have a Trader Town event in the AceOfSpadez server. But anyway, I'm Zykzo. I've been your host. Thank you for coming to League of Aces. I also own League of Aces. If you want to join League of Aces and compete yourself, join our Discord link below and try and join a team. Anyway, this is Zykzo. I've been your host, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming. All donations go to the World Health Organization also.